Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Monsters Unleashed. Step in. Stand hard. No turning back. Monster Mike hits the front line, cutting through the dark. Boots hitting the ground like he's calling something out. If the night wants to move, it moves through him first. He wants answers, and he takes them. We move in. No fear. Eyes sharp, heart steady. We walk the dark, we hunt the unseen. We stand together and push through anything. This is the team, this is the fight. This is Monsters Unleashed. Come in tonight. Trisha hits the right flank, silent and locked in. She feels the forest breathe, hears a shift before it breaks. One glance and she knows when something's watching. Doug pushes forward like he owns the trail, strong stride, no pause. If something's waiting, he's the one in me. We walk the dark, we hunt the unseen. We stand together and push through anything. This is the team, this is the fight. This is Monsters Unleashed, pulling the night in tighter.
We're the best there is, and I'm telling you, yes, I'm excited. Woo!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Monsters Unleashed. Tonight, we've got one heck of a show. I'm going to bring Trisha out here. Hey, Trisha, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, me too. We don't have much time, so we're going to go ahead and go through the list here, get everyone out, so we can get our guest out and stuff, because he's only going to be with us for about an hour now. So let's see. We're going to bring out Miss Jen. Hello, Miss Jen. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm tired. I'm
Jen,
really
are
tired.
you feeling better from your sinus infection?
Yeah, I'm feeling better. I just got a headache still, but nose is clogged up, but I'm a little better.
Oh, good. Let's see here. We're going to bring out Miss Donna Copas. Hello, Donna. How are you, sweetheart?
Good. How are you?
Oh,
Good.
you know how it goes. And let's see. Next, we have Miss Giggles, Cindy Sapp.
Hello, everyone. How is everyone tonight?
Oh, you know how it goes. We're just we're tired. We're beat down. Tired and
Well,
beat
I'm
down.
excited for the show. I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait either. You know what? Let's go ahead and bring out our guest here, Bryan. Hello there, Bryan. I'm going to move you up here so we can feature you here.
Hello, I am so stoked to be on this show. I know a couple of you. I've had you on my podcast, and I what I like about the paranormal field is there's people that are really into aliens, there's people that are really into cryptids, and there's people like me that are really into ghosts and spirits, the supernatural, things like that. But really and truly, we're all under the same umbrella. We just have different things that we're really into, and I'm fascinated by some of the videos that I've seen you guys do, and it's just it's an honor to be invited onto your show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. We really do, and appreciate the good words you say about us.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about yourself, what you're doing, and what you plan on doing tonight. That's really important.
Yeah. So tonight I'm sitting in Jackson, California, at a place called Bethany's Home Sweet Haunted Home. My friend owns this place. It's a haunted Airbnb, and it's been many different things. It's been a brothel. It's been a place where they made booze and they sold it illegally. It's been a halfway house. It's been home to many, many families, and there's a plethora of spirits here. And I've captured some pretty amazing, evidence here. But I'm here because I'm part of a thing called Caliscaris. Caliscaris is the local PBS station here in this area hosts a annual event where it's about horror movies and the paranormal. And in order to raise money for that event, they have myself and my friend that owns this place, Elsie, be hosts of events at different locations every month in this area. And the place that we're going tonight it's the oldest school in California. And so it's going to be interesting. Every place that we go, they're not places that normally have paranormal investigators. So it's like it's a virgin ghost hunt for us, and we get to do it for free. So it's pretty awesome. And nobody else has done this in these locations. So it's exciting for us. One of the things that I do when we go to these events is I focus more on teaching people how to ghost hunt, like the basics, and that way they can get, my input and then maybe develop their own techniques. And so that's mainly what I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really
So-
awesome.
What kind of equipment do you use?
Oh, brother, anything I can get my hands on. I actually have some equipment that Jeff Conkle works with Ghost Adventures. He's their equipment tech, and it's equipment that he's developed. He happens to be a friend of mine, and he lives in my area, so I get to test out most of the stuff that they use on their shows prior to them testing it out. It's pretty exciting. But my favorite go-to equipment is a digital recorder and a tri-field meter or a KT meter. I mean, or a REM pod. But as far as what I have, I mean, dude, I have tons of stuff. I have an XLS. I have an SLS, a structured light sensor camera. But my go-tos are always just the basic stuff, man, because it's where you get the most evidence. EVP, electronic voice phenomena, is, a paranormal thing. That's the staple of what we do.
Yeah, we actually went on a paranormal investigation in a cemetery in Land Between the Lakes. And we had an Ovilus, we had an EVP. I think it was an EMF meter we had. Yeah.
Yep.
We had all three of those. Like the Ovilus was on top of a headstone, and then we had like the EVP on one side and the EMF on the other side. And just they were far enough out that they wouldn't interfere with each other. And all three of those worked simultaneously together. Like we would get the EMF would go off, the EVP would go off, and then the Ovilus would tell us something.
Yeah,
And
that's significant. Wow,
dude, the video is on our channel. I don't remember the name of it. I think it was the third day in the LBL or something like that. But the video's on our channel, dude, and it tells us that we're about to get raided. It gives us the name Ed. One of the first things. Well, the first thing it said was casket. We set the obelisk on top of this headstone, and we're still setting up and everything, and this thing says casket.
Wow.
Okay.
And you're right above a gravestone. You're right at a gravestone.
Then it gives us the name
significant.
Ed, and we're like, well, is there an Ed buried here? Because we didn't know. I mean, this was Downs 2 Cemetery, and so we've got a book that has everybody that's buried in there, and we go through it. And when we go to that cemetery, you know what the name of the cemetery was?
What?
Edward Downs Cemetery.
Wow.
So we found his grave, and we found his grave and stuff, and we went and paid our respects. But it was a crazy night, and it tells us that there was a mad group, and then it tells us raid, and then it tells me it says beckon, and the guy that we was with, he says, well, because I was howling in our intro video, you see me howling in that chair. We were at that cemetery. And so he tells me, he says, well, maybe your house is a beckon to it. So I howled again, and it wasn't 30 seconds. We get what we suspect was a dog man and some coyotes. There was different howls. The first ones were very significant, and they were louder and more deeper. And then you had coyote howling too, you know. But yeah, it's crazy, dude. You need to watch the video. You'll like it. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, Tricia, maybe if you could send me that link, I'll definitely check that out.
That's what I was about to say.
Fascinated by it.
I'll send you the link for that one. Then I'll send you the link for the encounter. But I have a question. Like, what type of activity has the house that you're currently in experienced?
Well, about 20 minutes ago, just to my left, there is a TV and a shelf, it's basically like a chest of drawers. On top of it is a little wood sign, and it's leaning against the wall. It just tipped itself over, just fell.
Wow.
My son is sitting right next to me. He was sitting there. Elsie was sitting on that couch. Nobody was near it. It just fell over. I have taken an SLS, a structured light sensor camera, and I've gone through the entire house. Okay. In the back bedroom, which is the pink room, there's said to be a couple that two spirits that were buried, and that was their bedroom, that you'll see them all the time. Either you'll see an apparition, or in my case, I saw them having sex on the bed with the structured light sensor camera.
Wow.
Literally.
Jeez.
You could see a man on top of a woman, and he's doing the wild thing. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
The other thing that I captured with that camera, which was it blew my mind, was at that time I used an empath. We blindfolded her, brought her to the house, and if you don't know what an empath is, it's somebody who can pick up on spiritual energy. Okay, they can see things, etc. She walked through the entire house, and one of the things that she pointed out to me was in the closet there was a man hanging, like from a rope. Okay, like he was dying, choking. And I found that to be quite interesting. So one of the things I did that night was I took the structured light sensor camera, I put it in that closet, and lo and behold, I could see a line coming from the ceiling and a figure hanging from a rope.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
The other thing that I've noticed with that camera, I've been here so many times, down in the basement, there's said to be a portal, and a guy that used to own the house, his name was Steve. He used to bootleg alcohol out of the basement. There was a door on the side. Well, I went down there with an SLS, and I saw 4 figures standing there like they're just having a drink, shooting the shit, and they disappeared like the second after I walked in there. there's a lot of different things going on here, but I'd like to show you one video, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Where Elsie's telling a story. Give me 1 second. I'll bring it up here. I got to make sure I got the right one. So it is number 4. Okay.
I'm still stuck on he saw 2 ghosts, 2 spirits having sex. That
Yeah,
just
me too.
Trish, I
haven't
will
seen
send
that
you.
yet.
I will send you the video. I have it on video, and
Awesome.
I'm playing Barry White music to complete, to show it. And I think it's just my sense of humor, All right, this is Elsie, and she owns the house.
Hi. So a couple weeks ago, I had some friends who have been here a million times over, and they didn't realize that this is a record player, because usually this is closed and it's covered. And they asked me to, if it worked, and I said it did, and we played it.
Uh-oh.
And as we played it, we were kind of trying to figure out what it was saying, and thought, well, that sounds kind of dark. What is this? And so I ended up pulling up the lyrics. The song is called The Vacant Chair.
Let me pen in on
And
You gotta love YouTube.
it was written during the Civil War, and it was about a man named Willie who died, and how they're going to leave a vacant chair open for him and keep him in their
All right, it keeps on
prayers,
buffering
and they
out
miss
the story.
him. And so the song is
Okay, yeah, this is kind of
about
buffering. So let me tell the story. Basically, what happens is on one side of that record is the name William, and on the opposite side is a song with the name Maggie in it. Well, those are 2 spirits that I caught having sex in the pink room.
Oh, Jesus.
And when you play the song for Maggie, you can take a K2 meter and put it in there, and it'll light up all the way. And then that type of record player, you have to wind it up. And so as the wind goes down and it starts to slow down, the K2 doesn't light up as much. But then when you wind it back up, it goes up. For William, when you play that side, it only goes halfway, but it reacts to it every single time. But what's amazing about that, she didn't put that record in there. It was just in there one day. And it's a strange correlation how Maggie and William are on either side of that record. It's just a strange correlation. Is it paranormal? I don't know, but I found it interesting.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
I see you have Annabelle and Andy behind you there too.
Yep. The owner of this place likes to have fun with that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
So
I keep waiting for it to turn its head. I'm not even looking at you. I'm looking at the walls.
man, all right, I'm going to do something. All right. Steve, could you make something happen while I'm on this show behind me, please? I would really appreciate it. I'd love my friends to be able to see something happen, to let them know that you guys are real and that you're here. And let's see if he does that. I don't know if he will or not. Now, I will tell you that Steve doesn't like men too much. He likes the ladies. And so he's known for grabbing butts. They pulled Elsie's dress. They'll pull on it. They like the ladies here. So, the other thing that you can experience in this house is smells. You'll smell cigar smoke out of nowhere. You'll smell perfume out of nowhere. And there's one ghost here, spirit, that has BO. And I've smelt it, and it's not all that great. But, Anyway, you were going to ask a question. I interrupted you. I apologize.
Oh, I don't remember what it was. The ghost with the BO just threw me completely off.
Yeah.
I do have a question though. So I am a clairvoyant and clairaudient. I'm all the C's, and I'm an empath as well. So when I go to locations, I never want to know the history. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, someone interrupted me. Yeah, so you don't like to know the history before you go there?
No, because I'm working on my abilities and I want to be able to tap in. I completely open myself up to the location and I allow the spirits to use my energy to communicate. Have you used the Estes method at all with your team?
Oh, we use it frequently.
Okay.
Frequently.
Because that's one of my favorite things that I like to do besides
Yeah,
my dowsing rods.
We typically when I ghost hunt with Elsie, we'll do more of a Gonsfeld method, which is similar.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
She has a device that displays the red lights, etc.
Mhm.
And that's typically what we train people on.
Okay.
But I do caution people about using the Estes method because I mean you are opening yourself up
Yes.
to spirits. So I always when I go teach people how to ghost hunt, I always caution them that you could be,
Yes.
you could have a spirit inside of you.
Yeah.
They could manifest inside of you. So, I don't do it necessarily. I don't pick up on it, but I do teach people how to do it. And it's a wonderful tool. It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
I do like it. I get a lot of interaction. I wear the mask too, besides the headphones, and have the spirit box going. But I use my dowsing rods as well to get, yes or no answers because it closes for yes, opens for no, and everything. But I also can see things and feel things a lot. So, and I can tell you what's happening. So I was just kind of curious if you guys did that Estes method. So that's cool that you guys do.
Yeah. Yeah. My team, the Paramigos, we don't have clairvoyance or anything like that, but we do investigate blind. And then once we've investigated one night, we will go back and do research, and then we'll investigate again.
Okay.
Very similar to like what Ghost Hunters does.
Yeah.
Because we want to experience something, and we want to be blind because sometimes it can, if you know all the stuff ahead of time.
Yeah. It is.
miss-
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I never want to know the history. I don't want to know. Nothing. And so sometimes people that I investigate with, they're like, "Are you sure? You're sure?" And I'm like, "Yes, I don't want to know anything because I want to see if what I'm picking up is it going to match the history." And every time it has. So that's how I know that my abilities are growing and developing. And that's what I want to continue to do.
Yeah.
Bryan, I'm going to flip your camera around here. It's mirrored right now.
Okay.
And like that little sign behind you, it's one of my things. I got to be able to read it. It's backwards. Now it says welcome.
Hey, that's cool. I love it, man. Yeah. I sat here specifically so you'd have lots of things to look at, and it looked more like a haunted house. I mean, all the books and things. It's just, Jackson's a special place. There's two very well-known haunted locations here. One is Preston Castle. Okay. And it was a boys' reformatory, and it has a very unique look. It's red. It's made out of red clay brick. And it's kind of menacing looking, to be honest with you. And some really terrible things happen there. I've ghost hunted there quite a few times, and I don't have any gifts personally, but even when I go to that location, I can feel this heavy, eerie feeling when I go there.
Funny how you mentioned Preston Castle because Rob Lowe has a show and he goes and travels. I don't know if you saw that, but he went
the
there.
Lowe Files. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. But after I saw that episode, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to go there so bad. So do you recommend it?
I highly recommend this whole area. Gold Country up here. I would there's so many locations we could show you.
I love it.
And then I would even recommend coming here and staying at this house and checking this place out because it's pretty special. But also 5 minutes from here is the Kennedy Mine, where 19 miners died in one day. It was the most horrific mining disaster in California. And that place is off the hook on it. At that location, up on a hill, there's a white building, and that's where they did the assay offices. Okay, so that where they processed all the gold. Elites that came to visit the area would stay on the second floor. It was like a really well furnished, place for rich people to stay. And then on the opposite side is where the guys would, do their mining. And at the end of the week, they'd go get their checks. Right. And so I was ghost hunting with the docents there. Never been there before. And we're up at the upper floors where all the rich people would stay. And a lady named Gail is scrying in a mirror. Okay. And I'm filming her with my IR camera. And it's in black and white. Okay. And I'm watching her. And as she's communicating with the spirit, I could see on my camera screen a huge orange orb fly into her back. And I watched her move, but she didn't react to it other than that. So I just kept on filming. A few seconds later, I see two blue orbs this is in a black and white screen. Two blue orbs fly into her back, and she dropped her dowsing rods. The next thing that happened, it terrified me. I'm standing there and I'm filming, and I feel electricity on the back of my body, and I could feel a cold sensation, and I could literally feel something trying to walk into my body. And at that point, I dropped what I was doing and I had to go outside because I'd never experienced something like that. And my pulse had just raised tremendously. I was pretty shocked, and I just had to breathe some fresh air. I have not gone in that building since. I won't go back there. I'd never experienced something like that before, and I was not comfortable with it. So like I said, this area, there's a lot of granite here. There was a lot of gold. There's a lot of water. There's a lot of different things that kind of, have you guys ever heard of the stone tape theory?
No, I have not actually.
I haven't.
Stone tape is where certain minerals, certain types of rocks will hold memory, okay, of things, bad things that have happened. They record the history, and you can, experience them just by that recording because of the imprint that it put on, the time, the horrific thing that happened. So there's something, when I try and fly my drone up here, my drone doesn't function properly. And I'm a pilot, and I fly my drone every single day for work. But every time I come up here, it malfunctions. Anywhere else I go, it never malfunctions. So there's something in this area that I don't know if it's all the horrific things that used to happen during the gold days where, they would shoot people and take their gold from them, etc. All the just shenanigans that happened in the Old West. I don't know if it's that energy that all that created, but there's something very special about this area if you're into, the paranormal and hauntings, etc.
That sounds so exciting. I want to go up there now so bad.
Yeah.
I'll have to.
We can hook you up.
Yeah, I already connected with you on Facebook. I sent you a friend request because I would love to connect with you and meet up sometime. I would love to investigate with you.
So in the Southwest, that's primarily where I ghost hunt. I've been to countless locations. But I guess my favorite one is only about 15 minutes from my house. And it's a school. It was built in the late 1800s. And it was, it was a 3 schoolroom place. And it's abandoned. It's a historical monument, but it hasn't been preserved at all. You walk in there and there's bird poop and rat poop, and the roof, because I'm a roofer, I noticed this stuff. The roof is like, faded. It's coming off, etc. But I went there and I captured this evidence, and I hope this comes through because this is the one I really want to show you guys. Give me 1 second here, guys. Okay. So it is December. Okay. Sorry for the hold up here. Like I said, I wish this wasn't tonight. If I can get on again, I will make sure that I have more time to spend with you. and I apologize about this. Okay, and it should have popped up.
For that hat giveaway, and I'm sorry, chat, for the hat giveaway, type !hat in the chat to enter the win, and you'll get an official Monsters Unleashed hat.
And Andy, you already have a hat. You're a part of Monsters Unleashed. You're my field team.
He's like, I want another one.
It's a nice hat.
These
are good quality hats.
Okay, yeah, it's not functioning good on my. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me bring this up for you guys. I'll just show you the video, then I can explain it afterwards. Okay. Okay, so at the end of the night, I didn't get this on video because right at the start of this recording, I realized that my IR light went out. They usually last about 3 hours. This one only lasted about an hour. And of course, I forgot to bring one with me. And so the beginning of the EVP, or, this recording, you hear me say, oh, shit, or something like that. And then that's when I realized I don't have IR anymore, and I can't film in the dark. And so I start doing something with the camera. I was going to hit record, but obviously that wasn't going to happen. And behind me, I heard this voice. At the time, it sounded like a voice. In the recording, it came out different, but it was directly right behind me, and it scared the hell out of me. So I'll just go ahead and play it.
Oh, fuck.
Right here.
The fuck? Is that you guys?
And then there was another noise more towards the door. And you notice here and here are where those sounds are. You can hear me talking. You can see the sound, the waves, and it's not me making that noise. I don't know if here and here is a noise that I didn't hear that the microphone picked up, but it scared the heck out of me, and the boys were nowhere near me. Okay, so I don't scare very easy, but that's two instances where I got pretty freaked out. I'm standing, I'm basically sitting there screwing with my camera because I was an idiot and I only brought one IR light. And it wiped out my IR light. It usually lasts 3 hours. It only lasted about an hour at that time, and they always last 3 hours. And then, like I said, right behind me, I could hear that, and when you have something happen behind you, it's just, it's just unnerving. That school, we've gotten a lot of different things that have happened. We used basically an ovulus, okay? And I'm all night I was trying to communicate, and I got nothing. And then all of a sudden, it starts communicating. So we're all right, let's go. And little did we know where this school is, there's a house behind it that's more modern, and somebody was living there. And I constantly tried to get a hold of those people, but they had this big gate to say, hey, I want to ghost hunt here. Is it okay? And I never could get through to them. Well, my partner, Evan, he's filming me, and I'm communicating with spirits with an ovulus. Okay. And all of a sudden we hear someone outside yelling and screaming at us. And we're like, what the hell? So I kind of stop what I'm doing, and I'm like this. And then all of a sudden we hear a gunshot. And we're like, and at that point I'm like, well, what the hell do we do? Someone just fired a freaking gun. So we decided to pack up all our gear, and we walk outside, and literally by my car, there's a guy standing there with a gun, and he's screaming at us. And we're like, hey, dude, hey, we're just here ghost hunting. We're not trying to hurt nobody. There's no signs that say we can't go in here, but we'll get out of here. And the guy goes, wait a minute. Are you guys ghost hunters? And we go, yeah. So, dude, I want to go inside. I want to ghost hunt with you. So we take this guy into the house, and he's ghost hunting with us, right? And he's actually a paramigo now. He's like one of my guys, you know.
That's awesome.
But
that is a great story.
Before he shot the gun, the obviously said, "Get out now." I shit you not. And we were just like, all right, well, we're going to get the hell out of here, you know. But it also said something about a grandma. And he's all, I was just thinking about my grandma an hour before I came out here and started yelling at you guys. And there are a lot of correlations with some of the things we caught on the obelisk that had to do with his life. It was really interesting. So
Trisha had one tell her to break dance in a cemetery. She's up there.
I heard that story, dude.
Carried on, you know, doing a worm. And
that whole show on his podcast, Mike never let me live that down at all.
Yeah, so I'm part of a podcast with a guy who used to be, for a very short time, he was the front man for the Misfits, the punk rock band. And we do a podcast. It's a variety podcast. It's a little bit of everything. It's sometimes it's paranormal, sometimes it's about music, sometimes unfortunately it's about politics, which I'm not a real political guy. But it is what it is, and it's a fun podcast. We like to have fun. And Jan and Trish it's probably one of the best podcasts we've done, and they were a lot of fun. And he's fascinated with the cryptids and things like that, but he's not a believer, you know. So we kind of had fun with him, and it was a really fun show. But she brought that up about the breakdance, and you should have saw his face. He's like, what?
We have the video.
That was a fun show.
We have the video. I'm going to make a big old compilation out of it one day.
It was, and then I later found out that I should not have listened and danced because it was something very dark and sinister that was lure me in. So I don't do that no more. I don't listen to them. Like if they tell me to do something, I'm like, listen, I don't listen to you. I don't answer to you. But
on the Hideous Diversion, which is the name of the podcast, we're doing trivia now too. So we do all kinds of fun segments. We really mix it up. We do a lot of different things, and so it's almost our 50th episode. So you know, it's been a fun experience. So
it is. It's a fun show to be on. I don't think I've ever laughed that hard in my entire life. I think I laughed so hard that I ended up getting sick because I was laughing so hard. At the beginning of it was before we even came out, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what did we get it? But it is. It's a fun podcast. It's really.
It was fun. I had fun.
I'm uploading our cemetery video now so we can show Bryan here before he leaves.
Rad. I got one more I wanted to show you real quick, and it's the last investigation. I came up here for the Caliscaris deal, and let me find it real quick. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is we ghost hunted at a theater, and this is the first and last of it. Investigation that will ever happen there because they're closing it down forever. They're going to tear it down and do some other things with it. And so Elsie and I, it wasn't even during the event. We were just doing a walkthrough. And so we're just testing the waters, you know. So what we'll do is some burst sessions with the EVP recorder. You know, we'll just bring light equipment just to see what happens. And this is what happened as I'm doing a burst session. This is pretty interesting.
It'll load. It just might take some time. I keep staring at those dolls behind him, like they just keep drawing my attention.
The one on the top shelf is freaking me out.
Yeah, the one on top shelf is really freaking me out because I thought I saw it move.
Same. I think its head moved.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw its head move.
Stop.
I'm not kidding you. Like, it's just made me focus on it this whole time. And
I've been watching it the whole time too. I'm like, I don't like that doll on the top shelf.
But in the room next to this, it's nothing but mirrors on the wall. There's about 30 of them.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't like
And
that.
there obviously there's no mirrors on the opposite side because that traps spirits. But yeah, that's pretty scary to see all those mirrors. It freaks me out a little bit. She's done a good job decorating this house for sure. So
And
and
while
if
we're
you
waiting,
go,
in,
yeah,
I just wanted to say, chat, if you type !hat in the chat, it enters you to win one of the Monsters Unleashed. These are our official field hats. I'm wearing one right now. All of our team has one of these hats, and they're very, very nice quality hats. So it's free. Just type !hat in the chat, and that'll give you a chance to enter. And when Brian leaves, we'll do the drawing on it. So, but Brian, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
well, you're fine. By the way, if you all message me, I will send you a Paramigos t-shirt just like this, and I'll send you a sticker as well. Okay,
Oh,
just to
that's
say
awesome.
thank you for having
Sweet.
me on. So
sweet.
thank you.
yeah.
I will rock that every time I go into LBL.
Now, I did have a Bigfoot experience. If you want to hear it.
Yes, absolutely.
It's my only cryptid experience. I want to say I was about 17 years old, and I was camping at a place called Edison Lake here in California. It's at about the 7,000 foot elevation, and we were trout fishing right next to a stream and camping. And it was night, and there's a stream right next to us, and then across the stream there's just a big mountain. And so we're just chilling. My dad, he was passed out and he was snoring. He'd been drinking beer and fishing all day, you know. And so here I am. I'm laying in my fart sack, and I hear a screech. That's the only way I can explain it. But it was guttural. It was. I mean, it almost made me shake. That's how like much energy was behind it. And I'm no outdoorsman. I'll be the first to tell you that I'm not. But I kind of know what a bear sounds like. Definitely know what a fox sounds like. And I was scared. So I had a little pocket knife, and I pulled it out, you know, and I'm like, yeah, well, this will make me feel a little bit better. And I'm laying there. And then all of a sudden, I start hearing large footsteps splashing like it's crossing the stream. And at this point, I'm shaking. I am shaking. I'm scared to death. And then they stop, and I could smell like almost like death. It smelled like death. And I never saw anything because I never stuck my head out of the you know, my sleeping bag. But I could hear or feel like walking on the rock by the stream, and then it just went away. No more sounds, no nothing. It just disappeared. And was it Bigfoot? Is Bigfoot at 7,000 feet? Don't know. I'm no expert on that. You probably know a lot more about that than me. But I don't think it was a bear. I really don't. It was a lot. It seemed a lot bigger by the noise I heard. And yeah, it pretty much freaked me out. So, but I'm fascinated by this stuff. It's just not my ball of wax. I've never done it. I've always been more into ghosts and things like that. But I love watching this stuff. I'll definitely watch the videos you guys send me, and you definitely have my support for sure.
Hey, we're going to be in the LBL in September, spending a week in there camping. Hey, we invite you to come on over. We'll take some of these cemeteries.
I have to get out there and see my friend Mike, where he's in Pennsylvania. There's a few other people I need to see. There's a few sites I want to do some stuff. So when I can get to the point where I could take a vacation, I will definitely come out and see you guys. I'd be fascinated to do it. Definitely.
So let me play you a video here, Brian, if it would play.
Yeah.
Are you still here?
Oh yeah. Okay,
Thank
see,
you.
that's good. You're using 2 EMF detectors. That's how I do it. And that's some significant spikes there. I'm not sure what the reading is on the other one. Hey, too.
Mad group.
Wow.
You're mad that we have a large group here?
We're mad for being here.
Okay.
Okay, and a digital recorder.
Well, we apologize. We don't mean to offend you. We're just here to study more about this and to find out if there's something else in these mountains.
Do you want us to leave?
Did you guys hear that noise?
Yeah.
It almost sounded like a rattle or something like that. Oh, yeah. And it's a bug of some sort. Okay.
Yeah. Heard it too.
There it is. And those are significant spikes there, guys.
Do you like having someone visit here?
So you do. But is the rest of the group, rest of the other spirits here, are they mad? The group, or is it something? What's in the woods here? Is a group of them mad because we're here?
Wow. Look at that.
Nail, lead, stand, over. Raid again.
Huh.
Are we gonna get raided?
I don't like that.
Okay.
What's in the woods?
Beckon?
Oh, I thought it said no.
Ew, that's creepy.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. That's a little spooky.
Your howl is a beckon to them.
Are there creatures or other entities in the woods? Raid beckon. Baby? Is that what it says?
Did you hear that?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Holy
wow.
shit.
Oh, that hair on the back of my neck stood up. Let me ask you.
Oh my gosh.
That was not no kind.
I assume there's no cell signal out there, right?
No.
Okay. Because the one thing that could be setting it off, obviously, if you don't have your phone in airplane mode or have it turned off, that it could set off the two devices. But what I find fascinating
from
is
6 foot back. She just had it zoomed in, so
Yeah.
it wasn't within the range for that to pick up on the EMF field or something.
Yeah, because we tested it. We moved the devices close to the phone to see if the phone would set them off, and it did.
Mm-hmm.
So we knew that we had to be a pretty good distance away from these to, for the phone not to.
No, that's good. That's I mean, the first thing you do when you see things like that is you try and debunk it, right?
Yeah.
That way your evidence is solid. And I like how you guys used an EMF detector next to a K2 because you use two different devices that do basically the same thing to validate the other device, right? And that's good investigating, people.
The thing was all three devices work simultaneously with each other.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just one going off.
We couldn't have done it without the help of Night Vision Paranormal because they had the Ovilus and the K2, and we had the EMF. So they were with us that night, and they set up everything because we didn't know what we were doing with paranormal. We just, we invited them out. We went together, and they taught us a lot, and that was the outcome. And that was my very first nighttime investigation, and that had me so rattled that I'm saying, holy shit, and I'm walking, instead of walking away from the house, I'm walking towards them because the truck's right there.
Yeah. Oh, and like I said, it's all the same umbrella with aliens, with the cryptids. It's all this. I find it fascinating. You're the first people that I've really seen that hunt after cryptids use paranormal devices. I mean, it totally makes sense. And good job. I'm impressed.
Yeah, well, it told us. It said beckon, and that's when that guy said that my house, maybe it's a beckon to him. So I howled. It's like it told me. It was either telling me to make that howl, or it was telling us that we were going to have those. Whatever that was. The very first howl on that was sketchy to me, and I know at the end there was some coyote, but I don't know. And the thing of it is, those howls, we have several different videos with these howls in them, and it's crazy. These things, we honestly believe that the dog man hunts in a pack of coyotes with a pack of coyotes, maybe as an alpha. Because
that would make sense.
It does. It really does. And because we're not the only one that's saying this. Other people are getting the same thing. Even Hellbent Holler got some audio of some howls like that. And Joe, he said that that one howl was sketchy to him. He's not sure about it. I've heard coyotes all my life. I grew up in the woods, and it's different. Those howls are different.
That was fascinating. That really was. Excellent video. I mean, and a great technique too. I'm glad you guys took the steps you did and did it right. So I'm impressed.
Yeah. Well, it told us a mad group. It said mad group. And then, that was a group of coyotes, dogmen, whatever it was. It was a group of them. And, sounded like they were pissed off to me. So I don't know. Like you said, I believe it's a great video, especially with all three devices being separated and all three of them going off at the same time. The K2 and the EMF, those were going off. And then the Ovilus would speak to us. Yeah. They would go off first, then the Ovilus would speak. It wasn't just the Ovilus speaking chatter. Those meters, the K2 and the EMF, went off, and then the Ovilus would speak. That's very significant to me.
Well, that alarm that's on that style of EMF detector, okay, that's the alarm going off. That's high readings, and you can see on the KT, you almost pegged it out on the K2.
It did peg out several times. So
yeah. So I mean, those are some high readings, and you're out in the middle of nowhere. You got nothing with you to cut it off. So obviously there's paranormal going on.
That's why I said you come to the LBL. We'll put you in that cemetery.
I'm down, brother. I'm down.
There's been stories told that there's some graves in there that have sunk down, and there's been a story that we heard about how they seen a dog man or a werewolf or something come up from one of those graves. And it's been said that there is a European werewolf connection in that area, but we're not supposed to talk about that. We're not supposed to talk about that family, so we're not allowed to say their names. But yeah, it's been put across the circuit for the people in that area that not to talk about this family.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a respect thing too. So, try to be as respectful as we can. But yeah, I think you should definitely come down and do some paranormal investigating in there. And
Sure.
a lot. Like we're working on an investigation right now, and we started it last weekend. And we were in a cemetery, and I had a spirit talker going, and I had an EMF going.
That's a great app. That's a great app. I use that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I use what I have, and I try to make sense of it. And some of it's nonsense, but some of it kind of makes sense. And it was quiet, and it was talking to us. EMF wasn't spiking. Next thing you know, that EMF just stayed red, beeping constantly. And then a few minutes later, I don't know where this branch came from because I don't remember seeing it hanging in the tree, but the wind wasn't blowing, and Crystal was standing closest to it, and this branch just fell directly like above her.
Oh wow!
And if she would have been about, I'd say about 15 foot to the right of her, I think she was thinking, it'd been to the left of her, this branch would have hit her. And it was telling us, don't go down there. It was telling us a door was open, that it's afraid for us, and it gave us its name. And that EMF the whole time was going red. After that, like right before that branch fell, it was beeping red, staying red. So we stood there and, paid our respects, and we go to leave, and I tell this thing like, hey, you have to stay here. You cannot follow us. You are to stay here. And I said a prayer, and I'm walking. My phone's nowhere near my meter, and this thing keeps beeping, going to orange. And I keep turning around. I'm like, I said you are to remain in this cemetery. You cannot follow us. So we'd walk, a few more yards, and it'd do it again. I'd turn around and I'd say, okay, listen, I said multiple times, you have to stay in the cemetery. You're not welcome here in our bodies. You're not welcome to our house. You're not welcome in our mind. You are to remain at the cemetery. And finally it stopped. But that's going to be a pretty good video coming out because it was crazy. It just went all at once. And it was calm. And we had, spirits communicating with us. It was a family that was communicating. It was I believe it was the wife that was talking to us. And then it was like she was giving us warnings. And then all that happened and moving behind me. And we couldn't figure out which direction was down there. So we're at our heads on a swivel. But there was something moving behind me, and we all saw it for a second. And then it just, poof, gone.
Wow.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Now, I'll tell you, Brian, I'm getting ready to do a thing this summer, this early spring. As soon as my partner in this thing, he get some of his schedule cleared up. Have you ever heard of the Devil's Tramping Ground?
No, I have not.
You should look it up. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about it. There's an area here in North Carolina. It's been in this family for over 100 years. It's for well over 100 years. This one family has owned this property. There's an area that nothing grows. There's like a 40-foot circle. It's a circle. Nothing grows.
Kind of like in Romania.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Mm-hmm.
It's been told that at night, the devil, there's two paths that come into this circle. Okay. It's been said that the devil will come down one path and walk in circles. And that's why nothing grows. That circle is just pure dirt. He'll walk in circles and contemplate on what he's going to do the next day. And then he'll leave and go down the other path. Well, there's been people that's went there and done investigations, and stuff that's been placed inside the circle has been moved.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, not just tiny objects, large objects have been moved. Now, they no longer let people camp there. And that's
Damn it.
because people go in there and they throw a lot of trash and stuff, but they no longer let people camp there because there's been a lot of stuff happen. So I have a friend that he is a Pentecostal minister,
Mhm.
and we plan on going there. And at 3 a.m., he's going to preach a sermon inside of this circle.
Oh wow, that'll strike up some the
Ooh.
witching hour and some
Yeah.
preaching.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we plan on doing this. Going to set up a bunch of cameras, night vision, just regular cameras, light the place up somewhat, and he's going to preach the sermon in there. And I'm really looking forward to this. No one else has done it. Now that I've said it, somebody will probably go and do it and beat me to it. But
I'm not going. I'm staying as far away from that place as possible.
But Jerry
I would
Millwood,
be very interested in that. That would be something special. Because
if
there's
you
a lot
haven't
of
heard
different
of Jerry
equipment.
Jerry Millwood's the one that's going to preach, and he's a good God-fearing man. And I think it's going to be awesome. I really do.
I highly advise you to have some protection with you, brother.
Yes, I was going to
have
say
some say. Whatever your belief is. I'm a Christian personally, but like anytime I do stuff like this, I wear these bracelets that my wife and daughter have made me, and they made them out of love. So I use love as my way to protect myself. But that stuff like that could get kind of crazy, dude. So
we're going to have.
If there's a way I could be out there with you, I'd love to do something like that. That sounds really interesting. The provocation, that sounds pretty wild.
Well, we're going to have 3 ministers there with us.
it doesn't matter.
Really good.
You should wear protection.
Oh yeah, we're going to have protection. I carry a prayer cloth in my wallet, anointed prayer cloth in my wallet. And I'm a believer in. I can't say that I'm Christian, but I believe, and that's all I need is to believe. Yeah, that's all I need.
I think it all comes down to you and your energy and what you put into it. So however you feel protected, that's good enough.
War criminal. If you want to come, I'll invite you down. If you want to come, it's not that far. So
we got to link up on Facebook or wherever you like to hang out, and we'll talk about it for sure. North Carolina is my old stomping grounds. It's in the 82nd Airborne Division at Fort Bragg. So
okay, yeah. Well, this is over here near High Point, North Carolina, and it's awesome. I tell you, look up some videos on YouTube about it. There's been a lot of people who went there. A lot of people's got a lot of stuff. Some people's got nothing. Some people go there and they're just goofing off. But I've seen a lot of evidence that makes me very interested in going.
So I want to tell you guys, you seem like a very nice group of people, and I would love to spend more time with you. So if you have time, some other time, invite me on. And we can really, really get into this. And I'm sorry this was so rushed. I'm about to get out here, but I'd like to tell you one more story.
Okay.
The theater that we were investigating at here is in Calaveras, California, which is about 30 minutes from here. It's an old theater. It was actually a military. What was it? Those half dome buildings made out of metal.
Mm-hmm.
They're like. Okay, from World War II. It was actually like a bunker, and they turned it into a theater. And so this theater, I'm sitting on it, and I carry my gear in like a backpack. It's actually like a camera bag, and you open it up, and there's all kinds of compartments in there. And I opened it up, and I'm just sitting on the stage, minding my own business. And there's 2 people next to me, and all of a sudden, my REM pod has a push switch on it. So you have to push it with a lot of force for it to come on. It literally turned on all by itself. All 3 of us heard it click, and we all looked directly at it, and it came on. This spirit likes to play jokes on people, and it likes to push switches. And so I've never had anything like that happen before. I've never physically heard and basically saw a switch come on like that. And I thought it was fascinating. Just these older buildings that have never been ghost hunted in are the most fun because it's like nobody else has ever done it before, and every spirit is different. They have different personalities. Some are kind of, I don't know, aggressive or mean, and some are really friendly, and some just like to play jokes on you, and so I'm sure tonight's going to be interesting. I'll fill you guys in on what happens for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And we would like to invite you back, and if you can get Mike to come too, that would be good. I mean, we'd like to show him some of our stuff. You said he's skeptical. Let's show him Trisha's video. Let's show him a couple of our videos. So
I'll definitely talk to him. If not, I can definitely get my two friends that are in the Paramigos with me, and Benji can tell you about shooting a gun and all that fun stuff. So
yeah, that'd be great. Well, Bryan, it's common that we ask people before they leave, how can people get a hold of you if someone's in your area?
Yeah, so on YouTube, we have Hideous Diversion, the YouTube page. We also on Instagram we have a page. Also, there's Paramigos on YouTube, and I'm also part of another project called Mysteries of the Southwest, where it's just historically based. There's no paranormal or anything like that. That's the three things that I'm passionate about, and you can find me Bryan Bohall at Facebook. I would love anybody that's into your realm or the paranormal or just want to be my friend. I'm a pretty friendly guy. So
great. Well, like I said again, man, we really appreciate having you on. And we'll get you back. Trisha will get you scheduled back in another time so we can have you for a little, because we normally go a couple hours on our show. So
no, I've noticed that, and that's why I said I think I told her on Tuesday or something. I was like, I'm sorry, but if you guys could get me on any weekend, these events that we do are usually towards the end of the month. So if you could get me on any other week, I'll be on here for 4 hours with you. I don't care. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, we actually have an opening in April next month.
That's
let's do it.
That's the end of the month, but we have not scheduled anything for May right now.
Okay.
There you go.
So
I'd love to be on again. This was a lot of fun.
Okay. Well, that's great, man. Hey, look, you have fun tonight, and you be safe, and we'll catch you the next time. And guys, if we don't have anything, I guess we'll call this a show. This will be a short one, but I need to give this hat away, and I'm gonna choose a winner here.
I'm gonna check out.
All right, thank you,
I got to go set up at that event. So hey, have a great night, and thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Before you do the drawing, I just want to say that tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we are doing a multicast show. It'll be Monsters Unleashed and Creepy Culture. Jen and I are going to talk about some of the things that we experienced during our little getaway trip into the LBL in our cabin. There's some audio that we want to share with everybody that we captured, and a couple of photos. So we are going to do a multicast tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you set your reminders, because you're not going to want to miss this audio. It's pretty fascinating.
Yeah, we'll schedule it too, so it'll show up. We have a scheduled show. And hello, Swamp. How are you? And congratulations there, Rick and Mandy. You won the hat. So I'll send 2 of them. But Rick and Mandy was the only person that entered into the hat giveaway. I guess nobody wants free hats. I mean,
And I also want to say something too. I don't know what everybody's religious preference is, but we had something very tragic that happened in the county that I live in yesterday. a school bus was in a very bad accident. Everybody on the bus got hurt, and there was 2 small children that did not make it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, and they were like middle school age, same age as, my daughter. My daughter actually knew one of the kids that was on the bus that got hurt really bad, and he is in the hospital. So if you believe in the power of prayer, please say a prayer for the parents here, the kids that are injured, the parents that lost their children, because they need them right now. The whole community needs it right now. It's a very tragic thing that happened yesterday. So please just say a prayer for the families and everybody involved.
Absolutely. But well, guys, do y'all have anything else going on?
I do.
You always got something, Cindy.
Yes, big things have been going on behind the closed black curtain at Coven of Curiosities. My Coven of Curiosities has grown. I have collaborated with, not as you guys know, Donna is my host. So we're both hosts on the show. And I've also collaborated with Southern Ohio Bigfoot. So Rick and Mandy, they are co-hosts. I've also brought on my fiance, Marcus Palmer from Federal Paranormal Investigators, because we're founders. So he's my paranormal person. And then we also brought on Chadwick Gales, who has great evidence when he's out in the woods. He's out in the woods all the time. And so I brought him on as a co-host. And then I brought on Rachel Jones as a co-host as well. And she's got great paranormal evidence and history where she lives there in North Carolina. So I'm really looking forward to the collaboration and everything. And then still, I love being on this show. I do. And I'm sorry I missed the last couple of Saturdays. I had events that I was doing and an investigation that I went on, which was, went to it's called the Royal Triangle in Pasadena, California. So we started at the Cobb Estate, and then we went to the Devil's Gate, which I saw a horrible ritual going on that upset me so much I started to bawl my head off. A woman was being hurt terribly by men in robes and like capes. It was not a pretty thing to see happening. And I got very emotional. And then we went to the Suicide Bridge, which obviously, you know what happens there. It is a very, very tall bridge, and people have literally, unfortunately, decided to jump off and perish. So it was a very emotional time that night for me. I was drained for a few days after all that. But we're still going through our stuff, and we'll be posting here soon what we got. So it was for me hard. Huh?
How did Isabel do with it all?
Actually, she has a little necklace. It's called a bullet light, and I put the little necklace on her, and so she's got the little bullet light, and she did very well. Her light would come on, and while I was just holding her, wasn't moving her or anything, and I wasn't near the light. I kind of had her cradled. She's in the front seat with me. She's my little buddy. I just love her so freaking much. She's a great spirit. I love her. I don't feel any fear from her at all. Like I said to you guys, I think she's a child spirit. So, but yeah, she's doing very, very good. The light will go off on occasion. So I know she's there, and I talk to her all the time. So I probably sound crazy at home, but I do. I talk to her all the time, and my other dolls as well that I have. So yeah, there's a lot that I got going on. And then I actually am going to go on an investigation April 3rd. We're going to a military base that is closed down, and we're going to have to sneak in because we're going to have to go like, ninja style, dun, 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 type thing. So we're going to see what we can get there because we've been told it's haunted. So
That bridge is where is that bridge at?
Pasadena,
Pasadena.
California. Mm-hmm.
Now, where we're from in Fayetteville, West Virginia, you have the New River Gorge Bridge there, and there's a lot of people that jump from that bridge also too. And guys, look, it's never that bad. There's never nothing ever worth doing something like that. So, if you are feeling that way, that you would want to do something like that to yourself, please seek out help.
Mm-hmm.
Please seek out.
Absolutely. Even if it's just a complete stranger and someone that's not your family. I always mention that my podcast is a judgment-free zone. And I know what it's like to be that depressed. I haven't done anything to harm myself, but, I've been pretty down, but it's not worth, there's so much to live for. There's a lot to live for.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about it for the night and everything. I'm pretty tired myself. I'm beat down. So, but we're going to have another show, like Tricia said, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And she's going to show some evidence. And this video, look, everybody that's watching right now, I urge you to tune in for that video because it's pretty good. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good video. I was really excited about it. But guys, I guess we'll see you tomorrow night, and then we'll be back again live. Well, Tricia actually has her show. In our member section.
Yeah, so Jen and I started a show for people that are kind of struggling with coping with their encounters. They're traumatic. They're very traumatic, and they cause a lot of PTSD. And I wanted to take what I had been through and help others. Because if I can help somebody, that's going to help me. So Jen and I, we founded Cryptid Awakenings. Yes, it is in the Monsters Unleashed members section. And it is a safe place for people to come and talk to you. And you don't have to be on camera if you don't want to be on camera. You don't have to give your name. We are in the process of setting up a call-in option where you can just call in anonymously and share, and let's see if we can work together and help people get through these, because they take a lot out of people, a lot of their mental health. It's very traumatic. It causes PTSD, and people deserve to be able to go and sit out in their backyard or sit in the woods and camp by a fire and not be in fear. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and that's every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time in the member section. Once a month, at the end of every month, we will go live with Cryptid Awakenings on the Monsters Unleashed channel. But we're trying to keep it kind of private, semi-private in our member section, so people can trust us, and it's not being broadcasted everywhere. And
it's just for the people that join our channel, and if you want to join, it's like $2.99 to join in. It's $2.99 a month. I mean, that's you spend that on a soda at a gas station.
That's true.
So I mean, and the money we make from that goes to help fund Monsters Unleashed. This is not cheap. Like Cindy knows, you got to pay for your studio, and and I pay upwards around $80 a month. Jen helps with it, and Tracy's helping, and it gets expensive to do this. So
yeah.
Also, we have our merchandise too. Below the description in this video, you'll see all of our merchandise on there and stuff. Go in there and buy you something. Buy you a T-shirt or something.
Can I say one more thing?
Nope.
Oh, please. It's important. So, guys, we don't make any profit. We've never made any profit from what we do. The money that gets made is directly into our streaming programs and our editing programs And we also, if we do get profit, we help others. We actually donated, and I'm not sure the amount, my dad would know, but we did some money to a lady in West Virginia who her cat was really sick and it was going to die. Like the cat wasn't going to make it. And we just got word, it's been about a week, 2 weeks ago, that the cat is going to survive. She was able to take what we, as Monsters Unleashed, sent her and get the right treatment for her cat.
Yeah, we
And,
spent $350.
Yeah.
That was out of my pocket. We didn't have that kind of money. So, but you know, I felt led that we needed to do it, and she gave us a shout out for it, you know, and everything. But that's not what it was about.
Right.
You know, I've lost animals that meant a lot to me. I'm sure everybody here has. So, you know, if we was able to help save that animal's life for her, and she's grateful for it, and we did, you know, we did a good thing for her. Well, for the animal too, you know. So, but yeah, anything you do, anything anybody does, it helps in some way or another. It helps.
Absolutely.
We're not here begging for money, you know. It's nothing like that. But if you want to buy you a shirt or hat, we have backpacks. We have a little bit of everything. Trisha's got some Easter stuff on there right now that's really freaking cool. Sasquatch with an Easter bunny outfit on. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's really cool.
I saw that.
So, but yeah, I mean,
Tell Tammy to buy me a hat. Hey, Tammy, his birthday, I guess, is coming up. Buy my hat.
yeah, Rick bought a hat and he said it was really nice quality hat. And everything. It looked good. The t-shirts look really nice. I bought a duffel bag that I love. This duffel bag is huge. But and I bought a hoodie and it's turned out good. Trisha, you bought a shirt too, didn't you?
No, I haven't bought anything from our store yet. Shame on me.
No, it was Mandy that bought the shirt. It was
Yeah,
Mandy that
me.
bought the shirt. It was really nice. So, but again, like I said, we're not asking people for money, and I'll never ask you for money. But if you'd like to buy something from our merchandise store, then yeah, so do it. It'll help. Helps keep us going. Helps keep the lights on. And gas in the tank. Oh my God. Cindy, how much are you paying for gas out there? What is it? Almost $6?
Close, very close. It's getting there.
I found this on the web.
Bad. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. It's almost $4 a gallon here.
Yeah, we're paying over $5.50. I think the last time I filled up, it was $5.55 a gallon for us, and then it's going to continue to go up because California always gets really super high during the summer.
Now, I don't like to get into politics, okay? But I was watching our president the other day, and he said on there about gas prices are at a record low. He said some people were getting it for $1.99 a gallon or $2.12 a gallon. And I'm like, where in the hell are they getting this gas at? Because I ain't found it nowhere. You know, I travel around 5 different states, and none of those states got gas like that.
What news station? Because gas has came down here in the past 2 days. It's came down 20 cents.
Well, that's
We're paying
good.
$3.40 now, but it was like $3.69. So I don't know what's going on. My name's Bennett. I'm not
Well,
in
they
it.
said Iran gave us a total of 10 ships full of oil that were on their way to the United States. So I don't know. We'll see. But we'll hope we get some kind of relief because it gets kind of expensive to go out here and do this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and it makes airline fuel more expensive too. And then to travel, because I'm looking at airline tickets because I'm going to Kentucky. Patricia, I hope you're still going, or for the day. But Marcus and I are looking at airline tickets, and it's not cheap. Oh my gosh! Yeah. I'm like, but I'm looking forward to it though. Yeah, we picked out a really nice place. Really nice
I wish
place.
I could go. I really do, but I just don't have the time to get off. And
I'll talk to you guys in like the backstage about like everything's going on. So
Okay.
yeah, it's just gonna be like a day trip right now because
Okay.
everything going on.
and that's going to be the Red River Valley Bigfoot Festival, right?
It's the Red River Gorge.
Red River Gorge, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. And
Yeah.
don't forget, everybody, don't forget that we're going to be at the West Virginia Bigfoot Festival, October the 9th through the 12th in Summersville, West Virginia. So if you guys can be in that area, y'all come out and see us. And, we'll have a whole booth to set up the Monsters Unleashed stuff there that you can get pretty cheap. But I guess we'll call it a night. I know I said that a while ago, but that was 10 minutes ago. But all right, guys, we'll catch y'all. We'll catch you tomorrow, and then, like I said, we'll be back on again next Saturday at our normal time. Until then.
They're out there in the dark, waiting for us. Monsters on out where the pine roots twist and bleed, footsteps shake the ground beneath. Eyes in the tree line glowing red, whispers say the lost ain't dead. Still nerve